In India, 1 in every 1,000 people is affected by cancer. That's nearly 15 lakh cases every single year. For patients and their families, it's often a journey filled with uncertainty and a relentless fight for survival. But today, genomics, the study of our genes, is changing the way we understand and manage this disease, offering hope to millions across the world. Well, to help us know more about this growing field and how it's addressing the cancer burden in India, I'm being joined by Dr. Vedam Ramprasad, CEO of MedGenome, one of the leading voices in genomic science and precision diagnostics. Thank you for your time. I want to ask you about cancer cases rising rapidly in the country. However, just 70% of these cases are diagnosed in later stages of the disease. Why are so many cases still being detected so late, sir?
Thank you, Sneha. There are two reasons. One reason, lack of awareness, especially among the larger population, number of people who do not realize the importance of identifying certain symptoms and also participating in the preventive screening approaches like cervical HPV screening in cervical cancer. If these are people are more aware and they come forward to get into the screening, they can be detected much early, and because they are not very effectively done across the country in majority of the populations, the cancer is detected much late in advanced stages.
You know, does family history determine one's risk of cancer, and how is genomics enabling people in that sense to understand these risks? What kind of tests also are available in this space?
So that's very important question. Family history would not determine but increases significantly the probability or risk of getting a cancer. If there is a cancer running in the family, especially first degree relatives are having cancer, then the chance or probability of getting cancer in the first degree relatives is very high, but it is not guaranteed that they will get the cancer. The risk is very high. Now, second point on the genomic markers, yes, there are certain genes, critical genes, which when they are mutated, they cause cancer, and these genes and mutations can be inherited across generations.
Tell us, how is genomics helping in the treatment process now? What are the latest tools available in India today?
Yeah, so genomics helps us in two ways. One, early detection, as I mentioned. If you identify mutations in some of these genes, especially in familial cancers or cancers which come very early, you will be able to warn them, alert them, and they can prevent the cancer, number one. Number two, in the treatment per se, there are certain cancers, if not all of them, there are certain cancers like lung cancer, ovarian, prostate, breast cancer, cholangiocarcinoma, that's a liver cancer, hepatitis, different types of cancers, where if you identify certain genetic mutations in the tumor tissue, there are certain targeted therapies which work extremely well compared to conventional therapies, and they increase the overall survival of the patient with the cancer, or even progression free survival of the patients. For example, there is a gene called EGFR, which you identify it is mutated in lung cancer tissues. You give a specific targeted treatment, it works much more effectively compared to giving only a conventional therapy. So this type of genetic based therapies are increasing, and today roughly about 20 to 25% of the cases overall are being treated using identifying based on the genomic approaches.
You know, tell us about what your thoughts really are on the big question of affordability, accessibility, and awareness, importantly, of genomics-led early intervention for cancer in India, sir.
Yeah, so first, awareness is extremely important, the right awareness. Awareness is catching up very fast in India, at least in larger cities, tier 2, tier 3 cities, in towns. Majority of the clinicians and to some extent the common people know about these things fairly well, and every stakeholder who are responsible are creating more and more awareness. Second point on the affordability, yes, These are relatively costly ones, doing genetic based testing or screening. They are a little expensive, may not be in the reach of everybody in the country. However, there are many ways as how this cost can be mitigated. For example, we offer subsidized tests for below poverty line patients. Government is sponsoring through Ayushman Bharat and various other health schemes in the states. There are pharmaceutical companies who are working to give a kind of a co-pay models. There are many other mechanisms as which the cost is mitigated, but still I would say that compared to the regular tests, these are not so affordable. We hope as the technology improves, the costs of the tests go down, the technology makes it more accessible, these tests will become more affordable.
I'm going to leave it at that. Dr. Ramprasad, thank you for joining in, for shedding light on how genetics and the insights can truly empower doctors, patients and their families, not just with the right diagnosis, but also treatment, but by making informed choices and taking charge of your health. Well, that brings us to the end of this edition of Health 360. All of our reports can be found on our website, that's indiatoday.in. You can download the app. India Today's social media handles carry these reports as well. It's X or Twitter, YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. Our hashtag is Health360, Health360 Plus. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Until next time, take very good care of yourself. Bye for now.